Hi. Hello. Hey, it's me, Goose. So I am going to try to not make this extremely ranty. But you know that clip of the Ren and Stimpy guy waking up in the bed, he has an angry face? That was me at 3 a.m. this morning. And I was like, okay, I need to say something about this because I am quite angry. And believe it or not, I'm quite angry at the Blue Beetle kind of flopping in the box office, and not necessarily for the reasons you might think. So I'm going to try my best to not be, a screaming banshee on here because no one has time for that. I want to start off by saying, first of all, I'm trying not to cuss because it's YouTube and I have their whole 8 seconds or whatever thing on there. But the first thing I want to discuss is Blue Beetle's flopping didn't just wasn't necessarily foretold. It was kind of doomed to flop. And it was doomed to flop because of a variety of factors. But the main reason why it was doomed to flop, ironically enough, is James Gunn. And before you click off and say, "Oh no, you're gonna make a James Gunn rant video," blah 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 blah. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I am saying this as a person who is not really that much of a James Gunn fan to begin with. I've never liked any of his previous projects. I think the Galaxy 3 was the only movie that he's made that I actively enjoyed. I never really finished watching Peacemaker or and I never watched the Suicide Squad, so I'm not a huge fan of him. But I don't think he's a terrible director or a terrible person or anything else like that. I do think he needs to shut up. I need him to shut up. So let's talk about that. Okay. First thing first. The DCEU, the DCU. Good lord. It is on terminal. It's been terminal for a while now. Right now is just a melted corpse of what a 10-year franchise should be. Yeah, it has been like 10 years. I know it's startling to think about that. Um, they need a win. They need a W badly. And believe it or not, I did not really super duper hate a whole bunch of Snyderverse movies. Now wait, before you click away, don't click away yet. They're not perfect, but I liked what they were trying to attempt to do. And I don't need to go in depth of everything that happened with the Snyder movies and all the terrible and Josh Whedon's a jerk. I don't go in depth. I'm going to focus in on James Gunn and how he introduced himself into the whole WBDC thing and how it kind of doomed every project post him saying a thing. Um, when James Gunn was announced to take over the DC franchise because Walter Amada and crew, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They just did not. They just fucked around and found out kind of situation there. Initially, it was a good thing because people forget James Gunn was beloved. The whole situation that he had his tweets found out and he said some problematic stuff and people were upset about him. That was, getting angry about him saying stuff and blah 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 whatever. But he's a competent director. He knows how to do ensemble movies. He's one of the very few directors for the MCU that really knew how to do the ensemble cast and lovable outcast really really well. And that's why the Guardians of the Galaxy movies were so well done, because he understands how to do the kooky and the crazy and the weird stuff very very well. That comes from his own background for doing trauma movies. That's just his bag, and he knows about comic books, so he knows his shit. um when he came in, as he was announced to take over him with Peter Safran and everything else like that, DC Warner Brothers was already in a fucked state prior to that because Zaslav was just pissing and shitting over everything. He had the Batgirl deletion, the removal of things. He was already the villain, and so prior to The Rock coming in there and saying the hierarchy of the power will be changed and everything else like that, James Gunn did the poison of the chalice when he announced that it was going to be a restart. He effectively killed every other movie that was supposed to come out afterwards, even if it was already done, because we have been to go back to remind people, yo, we had just had 10 plus years of being fed Marvel. Everything is connected. Everything is woven into next, woven into this, blah 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 blah. And when you have an audience of people, because you got to remember, if you were 6 years old at the beginning of the MCU, you're about in your later teens now, going in there. So we have a whole generation of people, teenagers or younger people, who were born and fed on interconnected universes and everything that's connected, blah 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 blah. And so even with DCU being in shambles, people immediately thought that, you know, this is going to lead to this, this is going to lead to that. Even with the Snyderverse thing being dismantled, there was still that expectation that things were going to follow through. And what does he say? We're restarting the fucking universe. And he says this, I believe, before Black Adam dropped. And to go, and I'm gonna get to Blue Beetle, I swear to God. I'm just giving you an idea of what was in my head when I woke up at 3 a.m. Black Adam was awful. It was definitely a 15-year-old script that needed to be updated, and The Rock didn't want to play a bad guy, and his ego got in the way. And what I think happened with the whole Henry Cavill thing was The Rock pulled a gambit with bringing in Henry Cavill, and it wasn't situated with what was going on with whatever James Gunn was. And I personally fucking believe, and I know this is weird to say, I think he had an agenda. I think James Gunn had a axe to grind when they tried to bully him or whatever, because these deals are not made one day ago. These are done months in advance. These are not just randomly done. I feel as if when Henry Cavill showed up and the audience reaction to him showing up was not, oh my god, yay, Superman is back, and the Black Adam flop, I think James Gunn and Pete Safran said, now it's my show. Now it's my show to do a thing. And here, again, I'm not gonna, even though it sounds like I'm, Snyder cultist and anything else like that, I'm not. I'm saying that his actions during the whole Henry Cavill thing, even though he may have maybe been justified, and again, I don't know, I'm not in the board or anything else like that. Even though he might have been justified in saying, fuck you, Rock, fuck Rock's agent, fuck Black Adam, everybody who's hatched that, they gotta go. The optics of what he did really did not help matters. They just absolutely did not help matters. And everything proceeding after him ousting or not quote unquote not confirming Cavill was in just made it worse. And how it made it worse was he was getting involved with Twitter fights. He was online beefing with basement nerds, with cultists about what are your plans gonna be, or so woke and blah 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 blah. And I'm reminded why Kevin Feige don't got an online presence. You don't need to talk to these motherfuckers. You don't need to address them. You don't need to say anything about it. You just leave. Just let the YouTube pundits talk and whatever and make their, hit pieces or whatever. You don't say anything. And because James Gunn is so in tune with his audience, he felt the need to talk. And those days preceding and after Black Adam with Henry Cavill and everything like that were obnoxious. They were obnoxious on both sides. The cultists talking about bringing Snyder back when he's totally not coming back. The James Gunn fans who were ardently defending him. Fucking James Gunn getting in there and he's speaking his fucking piece. And he didn't stop. I don't need him to apologize. I don't need to apologize to anybody. But once you just kind of antagonized enough people, you get to the idea that I don't want to see what else you're gonna do. And it went on for weeks to like a month. And now we go ahead and we go to the next movies that come out right after Black Adam, right after everything was said and done. We go to like the Batgirl situation. We find out about how the Flash was being uplifted. We go to James Gunn talking about, oh, the Flash is like better than the Dark Knight, and it changed my life, to Tom Cruise saying, I need to see this over and over again. And leading up to everything going in there, people were like, this doesn't have any connection to what's happening next. Now, I want to preface this by saying internet discourse does not necessarily mean it's going to translate to online, offline, real world discourse. The people, the Joe and Jane Smiths of the world, don't know the difference between DC and Warner Bros. DC and the MC. They don't give a shit. But online, on the TikToks and everything else like that, the YouTubes and everything else like that, that's where the youths are. And whether you want to agree or not, the youth make up that market who are gonna watch your fucking movies, regardless of how you feel about it. That is what it is. It's like it reminds me what happened with Avatar. People were saying, "Oh, Avatar has no online presence. Oh, nobody remembers Avatar," and they had 10, 15 years of discourse articles talking about how nobody remembers Avatar. Yet it's big on TikTok. There are TikTok videos all over the place about Avatar. There are still TikTok videos about Avatar going on strong. And majority of the youths are on TikTok. So think of that as we continue going forward. We find out about Cavill not being Superman. We find out about, Batgirl being, relegated into the box where they put the Indiana Jones stuff in there. We find out, we're still dealing with, they did mayhem with Ezra Miller going in for the Flash. And we get to Shazam, and Shazam is, once again, my poor girl Gal Gadot is forced to be a cameo and everything, but Shazam is awful. And then we have the director and the actors all coming out and talking about, well, you should see the movie, it's not really that bad, or I don't care what happens in the movie anymore because my job is done. And we're sitting here wondering, what is going on? What is happening? Who's running shit there? It took Marvel 10 years for people to start actively talking about, the unfavorable conditions of Marvel's productions and studios and movies and everything like that. But we're getting this right now. We're getting this before the even movies drop, on actors and directors saying like, "Oh, I don't care what's going on. I got my check." Like, what the fuck? And finally, we get to, after Shazam flopped, we get to the Flash. And I don't have to go in depth with the Flash or anything else like that, regardless. This is where I'm going to talk about Blue Beetle. Because in my firmest opinion, this movie should have came out before the Flash. I think 100% the Flash is really what killed Blue Beetle. Like, the DCEU brand was already shit. It was already shit for quite some time. We had flops back to back. We had Wonder Woman 84 flop. We had the Fantabulous whatever flop. We had the Suicide Squad flop. We had Shazam 2 flop. And then we have, the Flash flop. And now we have Blue Beetle flopping. And in case with Blue Beetle, I'm not talking about the director's quote unquote woke whatever garbage remarks. I'm not paying attention to that. This movie deserved to succeed. It deserved to succeed. It 100% is a victim of circumstances beyond its control. The strike definitely does not help situations. Although 100% I stand in solidarity with the strikers for the WGA and the SAG-AFTRA. 100% get that bag, make the producers on their knees, do your thing. But had unsurmountable odds against this movie ever being a success well before it even was able to come out. And the Flash being so awful, and it is an awful movie. You can like it. Listen, let's get it straight. You can like the Flash, but you have to recognize it's not a good movie. I like Super Mario Brothers, not the CG one, the 92, 93 one. I love that movie. It's not a good movie, but I love that movie. The Flash is one of those movies of, you can like it, but it's not a good movie. And with the Flash having everything, with the actor being chaos, and the pretend year production cycle, and the multiple directors, and the scripting and the CG and the misuse of dead actors and everything going forward, people had just realized, nah, I'm not gonna worry about seeing this movie. And it's a shame, It's a it's a pure fucking shame because while the Blue Beetle did not break any new ground, while it is most superhero.the-movie.com production kind of thing, there was so much heart. There's so much love. There's so much respect and and just wonderment in this movie that if it was allowed a proper fertile ground to bloom in, it would be a success. But how the fuck can you grow a blossom in a damn landfill that the DCEU and James Gunn and Co. helped make? That's really what it is. It's full on. I saw the movie. I watched it with a very half full theater, and we all clapped. Everybody clapped. I have not had everyone clap at the end of the movie since like fucking Endgame. We didn't even get clapping in fucking No Way Home. Not even at the end of the movie. This was people walked out of the theater feeling good. Like not saying, "Oh, this was the best movie ever. My life has changed," but this was a nice comfort meal. It's like having a nice homemade macaroni and cheese. It tasted good. It felt good. And now because of shit that was done beyond its control, it's not gonna make back its budget. It's not going to. I don't think it'll have enough legs. It's gonna have a massive drop. Now, my copium is that it'll pull an Elemental, where Elemental, we all doomed Elemental to Failureville, but somehow it managed to pull out a win. I hope it does have legs. I hope word of mouth positively keeps it going so it can make back its budget or at least break even. I would love for that to happen for this movie. Seeing that there's really nothing else coming out between now and like September that's gonna really challenge it too much, but I don't think it's gonna be able to do that, and that sucks. And with James Gunn, I don't. His word is mud. Okay, his word right now is mud because I don't have any faith that he's going to bring back the director or Jolo or anybody for Blue Beetle 2. He says that Blue Beetle is the first DCU movie or the first DCU characters, but how do I know he's telling the truth? This is an example of you keeping your mouth shut. You not saying anything, James Gunn, would have been really helpful in making me have somewhat faith, and yet you'll keep your word on certain things. But I can't believe anything you say. I can't. And that sucks because I don't think you're a bad guy. I believe it or not, I love when you clap back. I love it. For the bitch part of me loves your clapbacks. I love your clapbacks. But the other part of me is like, bro, you're sinking the ship. You're sinking the ship. It's stop. Don't say anything. Just I don't know. I don't know what you need to do, but don't stop being online. Don't post anything. Don't comment on anybody's tweets because you're not really doing. Your mouth is moving, and the results are not resulting. They're not resulting. And in fairness to you, the shit that you inherited isn't your fault, but you are the face of the DCU now. Like, that is full out. You are the face of the DCU. Regardless if your hand was on it or not, you're the man that's in front of it now. And no way in hell Aquaman's gonna do well. No way in fucking hell Aquaman's gonna do well. Because the first Aquaman wasn't that great of a movie. Again, I love the movie, but it's not gonna make $1 billion. It's just not gonna make $1 billion. Too much has changed between the time the first Aquaman came out to now that it's not gonna make the money that DCU, or saying DC, Warner Brothers is expecting it to make. It's just not. Just like the Marvels is not gonna make a lot of fucking money. Now, the Marvels will make more money than both Aquaman and Blue Beetle combined. It is. It's not going to be $1 billion movie, but it is going to make more money than both of those two movies combined. But the MCU can handle that. But no matter how you feel about the MCU currently, they're going to be able to handle, mid movies. They're going to be able to handle mid to great-ish movies going forward. Because I think they got some sort of plan working. I think Loki's going to be the thing that keeps them afloat for the next couple of months while they figure their shit out. But the DCU, DCAU don't got that. And with the strike going on, there's no one that's going to be able to rewrite or fix any kind of unfavorable things in the movies or in the script now because no one's working. So, a lot of people are on the copium that Superman Legacy will be good, and by all intents and purposes, it might be good, but also James Gunn's Suicide Squad flopped. It flopped. I can't attest to the quality of the Suicide Squad. My brother, he liked the Suicide Squad. He thought it was great and he enjoyed that. But I can't say anything about it because I have no intentions of watching it. I don't care about it so much. I'm not a thing. And I should change that. I should go ahead and give it a shot and watch it on HBO whenever I feel like wanting to. But Blue Beetle's failure and flop is symptomatic of literally a long ass shit slide that Warner Brothers had started and continues to not address. Um, there are people talking about, oh, it's probably going to be about fucking superhero fatigue, and it's not superhero fatigue. It isn't. It's not a thing. Superhero fatigue is not a thing. It's bad movie fatigue, but it's also time. People don't have money or resources to go see mid to okay movies. The whole Boppenheimer thing, that was an event. That was a cinematic event. People showed up for that. Super Mario Brothers, people were in cosplay. They were wearing costumes for that. These were events. In Across the Spider Verse, that was also an event. People need to get more bang for their buck, and just doing a big IMAX blockbuster thing isn't enough. Isn't enough anymore. And so, unfortunately for Blue Beetle, while it had beautiful practical effects and pretty solid CGI and a lot of heart and wonderful, much needed representation, that scene in the movie, spoilers, where the force breaks in and scares the family, I I I I I almost cried. I can only imagine the horror of people who might have experienced that, how they might have felt. There's a lot of love and respect that the director showed, and putting in so much of himself and his life into those characters and Jolo's life and all of their acts in there. And it just sucks. It sucks so much that so many movies that have marginalized people are coming at the tail end of the greatness of what came before. And this is a pattern. This is a pattern. It happened in Marvel, and where we got, you know, several different other movies coming in, but they came in like right after the big white superheroes were gone off the thing. And it's happening here with Blue Beetle. So to wrap this whole thing up, um the cast and the production of Blue Beetle, you guys deserve more. Uh, you know, the representation that we showed deserved to be shown by millions of people, and you were a victim of so much just unlucky shit. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your movie it will not do well, but hopefully it'll do well with streaming, and hopefully James Gunn will keep his word, and we'll get a Blue Beetle sequel, and we'll get Blue Beetle and this family more in the new DCU. I hope so. I really hope so that he does keep his word about that and not do any kind of crazy. We didn't say anything about that via Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman 3, but I won't be surprised if he doesn't, and that will really hurt. I will feel very devastated. I'm gonna be real honest. I would be. I would feel very devastated if I don't get to see Jolo as the Blue Beetle, and we don't get more of the Blue Beetle, because it was necessary. It's such a good movie, and if you haven't seen the Blue Beetle, I highly do recommend. If you're not gonna go into theaters, which is understandable, when it comes out on streaming, to definitely rent it. Rent it and check it out yourself. Like I said, it's not the most revolutionary thing. It's very much a paint by numbers thing, but there's so much love that's in this movie, and I really, really, really want more people to see it. And for James Gunn, I know you're not gonna listen to me. I'm a nobody, but shut up. Please, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up your mouth. No more silencio. No more talking. Don't say anything. Don't get into online fights. Don't defend your wife online. Don't do anything. Just be quiet. Give us time to not hear from you. You're the more you talk and respond, the more you're feeding into these asshole YouTube, you know, asshole Snyderverse cultist people who want to continue to just say you are a fraud or whatever disgusting thing they might think of. Just stop talking, stop talking. No more talky, no more talky about nothing until this strike is over and we can the actors and the writers can get properly compensated and recognized for their work. Do us all a favor, shut up, and everybody else, go see Blue Beetle when you get a chance or support it when it comes out on streaming. I'm the Goose. I'm tired. I'm gonna read Railwolf Porn. See you guys later. Bye.